Hi everyone, I'm John, the Half-Ton Man. In 2019, I was diagnosed with tongue cancer. I had surgery, it was a big one, 18 hours, to remove half of my tongue, rebuilt it from part of my right leg. I couldn't speak, I couldn't eat, I couldn't even walk properly at first. But I wish somebody had told me that surgery isn't the hardest part, it's everything after. So this isn't a medical video, it's a human one. These are the things that I wish I'd known before going under. I thought there was going to be pain. Thankfully there wasn't. But I didn't expect to wake up and feel like a stranger in my own body. My tongue wasn't my tongue anymore. My voice wasn't mine. The swelling, the stitches, the staples, the dry mouth. That was manageable. But the mental side, that's where it hits you. When the water is quiet, the lights are off. You're healing, but you're reeling at the same time. I had a tracheostomy, and so I couldn't talk. I had a whiteboard and it's a speech app on my phone. But there's something surreal about being in a room full of people, nurses, loved ones, and having no voice. You can start to feel invisible, frustrated, even angry sometimes. I was lucky. I had my wife with me. She was amazing. But sometimes you wish you had somebody to say it's okay to be emotional about it. Because when your voice is gone, you realise how much it was a part of who you were. The first time I tried to stand up, I was shaking. I couldn't walk without help. I'd imagined that bouncing back would be like a rocky montage, but it turns out it was more like Bambi on ice, but with tubes hanging over. What I wish somebody had told me, you'll get there, not on day one, but you'll get there, and there's no shame in needing help to start again. I miss my old voice. I miss being able to eat a proper roast. I miss not thinking about how I sounded every time I said a word. I wish somebody had looked me in the eye and said, it's normal to miss who you were. Doesn't mean you can't love who you're becoming. That one took me a long time. Some people will talk too much, some will say nothing, some will disappear pretty quickly. Most of them mean well, but they're not trained for this. I used to take it personally, but now I can see it for what it is. It's just people trying to cope with something that they can't quite process. It still hurts sometimes, but it's not about you. This was one of the hardest things. When I finally could speak again, it wasn't my voice. I used to sound like, well, me. I can still hear that voice in my head when I'm thinking things. And suddenly I sounded different. Slower, softer, less clear, which I'm sorry for anyone that can't understand what I'm saying. I felt embarrassed, self-conscious. But then I realised, this voice, this one right here, it's the one that survived. It's proof that I'm still here. It may sound different, but it's mine. And that makes it powerful. Some people will say they're strong. Some will expect you to move on quickly. Some might think you're milking it if you're struggling months later. Well, let me tell you something. There's no medal for getting through cancer a certain way. You want to talk? Talk. You want to go quiet? Go quiet. You do it your way. You survive your way. There were days in the hospital where I didn't know what I was becoming. I was sat in a recliner instead of a bed. I was watching movies. I cried a lot. I wrote bad jokes in my notes app, and somewhere in the mess of all that, I laughed. It hurt to laugh, but I laughed. Not because everything was okay, but because laughing reminded me that I was still me. So don't dare feel guilty to find joy. It just means that the fight hasn't taken any of that fire. If you're about to face surgery, or you're just trying to survive what comes after, I hope you found this and that it's helped. Remember, you're not broken, you're rebuilding. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to not be okay for a bit. You will get stronger, day by day. I'm Dan the Half Ton Man, and this is what I've learned the hard way. And if you're going through it too, I just want you to know you're not alone. So, like, subscribe, share, and good luck.